You missed it last week, Eli. It is time for my tier list. And we've got some fresh eliminated teams here. Last week it was only the Giants. Now we have the Titans. Somehow they were not eliminated, I think, because they had a path to win the division. Funny enough. Genocide Geno and the Raiders eliminated. Tyler shucked the ball to the other team, and the Saints eliminated. And the Arizona Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett, frisky, but eliminated. Next year, awaiting elimination. I don't care. Browns, Jets, Dolphins, Falcons, Washington, Vikings. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm not moving any of you guys up or down. You're staying right here until you're eliminated. You guys are terrible. Next, no matter what, clean house. I could see a scenario where Pittsburgh still wins this division, how bad they've been, like, put aside. The Ravens have not impressed me at all. I could see the Ravens easily. I do think the Ravens will probably split with Pittsburgh. Now, I won't pick Pittsburgh in either of the games, but I could see it coming. But either way, make the playoffs, don't make the playoffs, 9-8, losing record, no matter what, clean house. Even the Steelers fans are going nuts now. They're booing Renegade. They're chanting Fire Mike Tomlin. They are about 4 or 5 years behind because Steelers fans are in this weird sort of time loop / delay. But they are finally here and figuring out, we're actually shit. Good for you guys. No matter what, clean house. Best win in 10 years. The Carolina Panthers, frisky team. They were 10.5-point dogs, and they were good. They were really good. Bryce was not flashy, but 2 really nice 4th down plays. I think both of them were touchdowns. Jalen Coker ran the ball well. They're running the ball like it's the 80s. Their guys combined for 34 carries. It's all right. Hey, I love it. If that works, it works. Keep running it. Stafford, 2 picks this game, 1 pick 6. He was off, and that was just enough for them to lose. And if the Rams have any weaknesses, it's their O-line's a bit shaky, and their corners can get got. And they did in this game. Next, trending in different directions. Bengals, Chargers. I know the Chargers won, but now Herbert is injured. And if you look at this schedule for the Chargers, talk about a team that I could see falling off a cliff. This has to be, I haven't checked, but has to be the most difficult remaining schedule. Eagles, at Kansas City, at Dallas, home against the Texans, and at Denver. Brutal. None of those are gimme games. If any team is going to fall off horribly in the AFC and give the Chiefs a path in, I could see being the Chargers. And with Herbert hurt, I know Hanson's coming back. I could see them trending the wrong way. And the Bengals, Burrow back. And I thought he was going to be rustier than Minan. He was not. He wasn't, spectacular by any means, but he was still really good. Looked like Joe Burrow. Loved what he had to say pregame. And he carved up the Ravens and blew them out. So trending in different directions. Funny enough, only 2 games out of the division, Bengals. Murky waters. Ravens and Lions both moving down. I could not have seen the Lions getting swept by the Packers. I thought they would get it done. They lost Amon-Ra early. They've been horrendous on 4th down since Dan Campbell took over. I don't know what they're doing. Monty seems to not really have a place in the offense anymore. I'm worried. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. I'm actually worried about this team. And Baltimore, they look bad. They just look bad. Even on their win streak, we were talking about it. They don't look right. They are running the ball okay. Lamar is not running it as much at all. And teams are just dropping back in coverage like he's a pure passing quarterback, and that's been a problem for them. So murky waters for these two. Incapable quarterbacks, the Colts and Jags. They play this Sunday, super important game. Daniel Jones to me was always incapable because I just thought he would sprout into a pumpkin at any time. And now I think he's dealing with a broken leg. Brutal. I don't think any of these teams are a Super Bowl threat by any means. Jags, Trevor Lawrence has been terrible all season. They can run the ball. They're just like the Colts. Their defense has been pretty good, just like the Colts. Very similar teams, but incapable quarterbacks. Next year, capable quarterbacks. Bucks, Texans, Dallas. People are talking about Dak Prescott being the MVP if they get in the playoffs. I think that's outrageous, but okay. If you want to do that. His numbers, if you actually look at them, are not even, in my opinion, better than Jared Goff's. But all right. So let's do what you want. I remember them getting slapped around by the Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett. I guess people have short memories. The Texans, C.J. Stroud, he back, beats the Colts. This team, funny enough, Texans and Dallas are two of the hottest teams in the league right now. Both just string together wins, fighting for their lives. Pretty interesting. And Texans defense, we know, is filthy. I think they're the best. C.J. Stroud was good. If he beats the Chiefs on Sunday, that'd be crazy and would trend really well for this team towards getting back into that divisional race. Buccaneers, obviously Bake Show, even though he's hurt, it's to his non-throwing shoulder, still getting it done, still out there with the lads, still a dangerous team. Panthers hot on their heels, but very capable quarterbacks here. Next year, collapsing, Chiefs in Philadelphia, brutal. Chiefs, I could not have seen them losing to Dallas. Thought they'd rise to the occasion on Thanksgiving. I thought the people talking about, oh, Dallas, this and that, I thought they were out of their minds. I was wrong. Dallas got it done. Dak outplayed Mahomes, even though Mahomes threw 4 touchdown passes. It's just on the 4th down late in the game, I was like, there's nothing that can convince me if I'm Dallas to punt this. I was like, definitely go for this. They can't stop your receivers. You guys are killing it. And they went for it, pick and slant, done deal, game over. Chiefs on 3rd and long have been really bad. They can't get off the field. And Philly, not good. Their defense, I don't care. The defense got run all over. I blame the offense for every loss that they have. Hurts, I mainly blame the offensive coordinator. Hurts definitely missed a touchdown pass to Devontae Adams. At the very least, he would have been inside the 5. Bears blitz, he throws behind him. Not good. Whole team, fans were leaving. That's how bad they were playing. And it was a complete eyesore of a game. They're collapsing right now. And funny enough, Dallas, not too far away. Not too far away from the Eagles. Gotta separate from Dallas again, Philly. Next year, don't let your QB do too much. The Niners and Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo, I get they got the win, but it was once they started really running the ball, that's when they looked right against Pittsburgh. And I think that's the formula for them. Not that Josh Allen's not fantastic. He is. But run James Cook. That is ride his coattails to a Super Bowl and then ride his coattails in the Super Bowl. Give him at least 25 touches, throwing, catching, running, whatever. This is how you win games. Then on 3rd and short, you have Josh Allen. That is the scariest thing for defense on 3rd and short, to be dealing with Buffalo on 3rd and short. That's deadly. That's how you do it. Dalton Kincaid will be back. He's a serious weapon for Allen. He's kind of his one, because Keon Coleman sucks, can't get on the field, dances the night away off the field. 49ers, you don't want Purdy to be cooking. You want to be running the ball. You want to be throwing to the running back. Purdy's way too confident. He's going to throw a bunch of picks. And Allen will too if you ask him to do too much. You don't want that. Next year, scaling the mountain of ifs. If that is the Packers team we saw on Thursday, Thanksgiving, against Detroit, if that is truly the Packers, then they're a Super Bowl contender. I just don't think that's truly the Packers. Now, they have the roster. The defense has been really good all season. The offense has been sputtering. Jordan Love was bad for weeks before that Lions game. He was really good in that game. If that is Jordan Love, if that's the Packers, they are a deadly team. The Bears, I have no choice but to move them up. Last week, I had them, I think, 1 or 2 tiers lower, and Rain was like, this team doesn't belong. And I was like, man, they're just stringing together wins. The culture's set. They fixed the O-line in 1 year. They ran all over Philadelphia. No one does that. Packers couldn't do it. The Lions couldn't do it. And the Bears just cooked them. And people are typing all over everywhere. Like, wow, these run schemes are incredible. They killed them on the ground. They almost ran for 300. And so I don't know what to do. And especially it's late in the season. Running the ball is what translates in the cold. If you go to Chicago and you have this team running the ball on you in the playoffs, good luck. Denver, they don't convince me. They don't. If your quarterback can string together 4 straight quarters of good play, then yeah, you're sick. But why are you going to overtime against Washington? Why did your defense get carved up against Washington? Super weird. Seattle, if Pumpkin Sam Darnold can step up to the plate and get it done, then yeah, obviously you are a true contender and a filthy team to try to fight. But he wasn't good against the Vikings, even though the Vikings were just no threat whatsoever. His defense was scoring touchdowns. His defense was shutting down Brosmer and gang. They're quitting on the field. Darnold still wasn't good. So, but if he can look in the playoffs like a regular season Darnold, not last game, but other games, as he's looked most of the season, then they are a true threat. And at the top of the list, the old and the new. The Patriots move up. The Rams don't move despite a huge upset loss. Yeah, every now and then you step in a pile of shit. It happens. Every team does it. All the best teams have done it. We've seen Mahomes make the Super Bowl earlier in the year, lose to the Raiders on Christmas. Like, it happens. And the Patriots, I got to be honest, I thought Patriots could have been on upset alert, but they got it done, slaughtered the Giants. Game was over in the first half. They do everything well. Does it translate? Are they a bit too young in the playoffs? We'll see, but I like Vrabel. Drake May's playing out of his mind. Both of these teams one of these teams has the MVP on their team. We'll see. So that's the top of the tier list, the old and the new. Thoughts, compliments. Joel, you look like you want to go first.
Yeah, I don't actually have that big a problem. I'm going to start at the top because it's simpler. I think the Packers and the Bears should be below the Broncos and the Seahawks. I don't necessarily trust either for any of these teams, but I especially don't trust the Packers because they're weird. And they were really good at the beginning of the season. Then they have a lull, couple wins, then another lull. And it's just been a weird fucking season for them. So I'm not buying back in yet just because of the Thanksgiving win.
I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders, by the way.
No, I understand the whole ifs thing. I just think that the success that the Broncos and the Seahawks have had this year warrants them being one tier above. Not that crazy. And then my issue is with this incapable quarterbacks, Colts, Jaguars, and murky waters, Ravens, Lions. These are weird four teams. I don't know who I would pick if any of these teams played each other. So I figured they could be on the same tier because it just also feels weird to have Ravens and Lions below. But at the same time, that's just because of how good they've been in years past. But yes, those are my only problems.
Okay. I won't talk about those four, but the only thing about I can't move the Packers and Bears below Denver. I mean, I don't trust anyone's quarterback really on this tier, but if I were to trust anything, I would trust the Bears run game. I would trust Seattle more than Denver and the Packers. But that's whatever. Eli?
Oh, yeah, I'll start up at the top, too. I agree with the Rams and Patriots being at the top for sure. That's good. I'm fine with the Packers being there. It's just the Bears. I think they got to go down.
Wow.
Just one tier, all right? With the 49ers and Bills, I think that's fair. But Caleb Williams is still showing his inaccuracies. Like he still has problem finding his guys when he needs to. And they're just relying on the run game these days. Like 200 yards in rushing last game, I believe. And I think when it comes down to it, his accuracy is the biggest problem in my eyes. And their defense isn't crazy good. Their defense isn't nearly as good as the other teams on here, like the Packers, the Broncos, and Seattle. Those teams' defenses are better than the Bears. True? Yes. So that I think Bears have to move down one for that reason.
But here's what I really like about the Bears. So since their defense is so bad, what do? They run all over you. They keep their defense on the sideline. Our weakness is away from you. Also, they're taking the ball away. So at least they're making some splash plays. And Caleb, none of these teams seem to truly trust their quarterback. Maybe Seattle trusts Darnold more than any of them.
Darnold, yeah.
But that might be a mistake. Sure. We'll see.
No.
But at least, like the game I thought against the Eagles, they could have won by another 7 to 10 points if they'd run the ball even more than they did. And the running backs combined for 40 carries, I mean. And so I think if you even just lean into it a bit more, let Caleb make some play action splash plays, that's when you really open things up. Because, he had 36 attempts. There's no point. There's just no point, especially with how the way they were chunking Philly. So I love the coaching here. I'm trusting it. I'm really starting to become a believer in this Bears team.
Yeah, Ben Johnson was the right hire there, but I don't think the Bears have defeated any really strong defenses this season.
Well, Philly. They just beat Philly.
Maybe Philly, but I don't think Philly's on that Packers Seahawks level there.
They're definitely on their level.
I don't think so. On Broncos level, I don't think Eagles are on that level right
Maybe
now.
not Broncos.
Right now.
They're definitely on Packers level, and they're definitely on
I think
Seattle
they're
level.
close. I think it's close, but I think Seattle's defense is better for sure. For sure. And also, man, I forgot what I was going to say. All right, I'll just move on.
What's good is we get to see Packers play the Bears this week. We're going to learn a lot from this game.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say, Seattle pieced up Houston. JSN had a 100+ yard receiving game. And Houston has the best defense in the league. So I'm saying I think the Bears.
Hold on. They didn't piece up Houston. They had a ton of turnovers in that game.
No, but I'm saying Darnold found JSN. JSN did pop off that game. Remember, he dunked on the field goal. No, that was the Rams. That was a one-off.
Darnold had a pick.
That's a one-off.
He had a lucky bounce off a helmet or something. Lucas, lots of those picks wasn't his fault.
No, not against Houston. Yeah. He bounced off a helmet against Tampa.
No, he's bounced off lots of times, or a deflection.
But by the way, it's his own guy's helmets.
It's no.
Helmet's a helmet.
Yeah, it's his own guy's helmets.
If you're throwing at a helmet that's on the line, it's your fault as a quarterback.
No, that head shouldn't be there.
Oh,
no, but yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not convinced on that Bears offense yet. I don't think they've gone through a tough enough test like these other teams have. But
the schedule's been easy, no doubt. But
yes,
I really like what I'm seeing, and what they do well travels. Anyway,
it's a tad early. It's a tad early to have them that high. Moving on. I think Dallas, I want them moved up one tier. I want Dallas moved up one tier. I'm sold on them.
They actually moved up like quite a few tiers.
I think one more even, because they're not even in the top 10 right now. I think they deserve to be in the top 10. They beat the Chiefs. They got to be above the Chiefs. At this point in the season, the Cowboys are rolling. Who knows how many wins they can rattle off in a row now, but they look like they can't be beaten. That offense we knew was amazing all season, but with Quinn and Williams popping off, he's changed the whole complexion of that defense. So I think that team is rolling. I really like them. I think they have to be in the top 10.
No, too much for me. Sorry.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay.
We'll see. If they go if they beat the Lions on Thursday, which obviously they easily could, they'd be on quite a filthy win streak.
They just beat
Lions in a row. Obviously, they hammered the Raiders, whatever. But that'd be nice. And their schedule after that is light.
Like they just beat the teams in the Super Bowl last year. That's crazy, back to back. So
and then you have Lions, who's a lot of people's Super Bowl pick this year, was yours before you cowardly left. And then
whatever.
Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. They easily could string off a ton of wins and get into the playoffs, but just can't trust. Also, Schottenheimer, thought it was a terrible hire. He's been good.
Everyone did.
He's been
Shotty's turned out.
Yeah. So, Shotty, good for you, you crazy son of a bitch. You did it. You did it.
Joel, you don't think the Cowboys should move up? You think they're safe there?
I think they're fine there. If they win this week, they might have to move up like 2, though. So we'll see.
Okay.
If they win this week, I guarantee they move up at least 1, obviously. So, okay.
And then just one more thing.
Really?
Bengals, I think they moved down. They're 4-8. Their season's over. There's no point putting them on the same level as the Chargers, who are 8-4. They have opposite records. Come on, man.
We'll
what are we
see.
doing?
What? They're still alive, man. They're 2 games out.
They're
of the
not
division.
going.
They're 2 games out of the division.
They're
and
not.
With
not
that,
going to run the table.
Fine. But with that, let's get into upset alert.